Hello.
Do you know?
Oh,
it's
he's
really
just kidding.
funny.
He's just kidding. Okay. Whew. Oh,
Don't kid and chat.
stress me out, bro. He's stressing me out.
What are you doing? Anyways, so we're going to have a great show today. We've got so many things to talk about. We've got Star Trek Strange New Worlds on the thumb today, but we will equally give time to Animal Farm because it's probably one of the hottest things to talk about right now, considering what has happened with that story. So we'll do that one as well. We've got the Boogosphere. We're going to talk UFO stuff today, guys. Apparently, Stephen Greer has one in his possession. Do we trust him?
It's a bowling ball.
I got to tell you, if it's real, it's the closest up close thing of alien technology we've ever seen.
Guess what? I don't believe him.
No.
I got to tell you, I was saying, if he's outright hoaxing on this, and people find out, he's going to have to go into hiding for sure.
No, he's not. He's just going to make something up that allows him to wiggle out of it like they always do.
I don't know how you can wiggle out of this. Once you see the video and he's like holding it, like I don't know how you wiggle out of that hoax.
I've never ever trusted. I've never ever trusted somebody who says that they're credible, but they charge you an arm and a leg to go into the desert with them and commune with aliens.
Well said.
That's where I'm like, no, sorry, you're grifting here.
You know who's also doing that is the guy who took like the satellite topographical images of Egypt, saying there's a second Sphinx and all that. Sphinx.
Yeah.
Now he's having this huge thing where it's like you got to pay big money to go find out the results. You're like, oh, okay, interesting.
That's what makes Bob Lazar more compelling because he's not taking a dime.
One of the few people I can believe.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, we got ourselves all set up. What you got?
You guys ready? You guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Ready. I'm tickling. I'm tickling myself in excitement for what's to come.
Okay, just to remind everyone, if you do want to support us, head on over to mixtees.com. I'll show you guys. I'll show you what it looks like. Head on over there and buy something. Use the coupon code BRANE. 10% off. Brain.
Yeah.
You buy whatever you want, or you can go to our very specific store and buy one of our stuff. That's it. Whatever you buy there supports the show. All right, let's make sure these work. Talking UFPs, yes, they do. Okay, let's just jump right into it, guys.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. Now, this is season 4. They said season 5 is actually the last season, but they're cheating because season 5 is only 6 episodes.
Will there be a season 5, Brian?
Oh, yeah, no, they already made it. It's a 6 episode.
Will they actually air season 5, though? That's the question.
Oh, I don't know.
Because right now we have questions about season 2 of Starfleet Academy, whether that will actually get aired.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I do know this, though. You're not allowed to call something a season of television if it's less than 8 episodes.
What, did you just make that up?
Yeah. This is a new rule. New rule. If you
It's the Kurtzman rule.
No, if you only have 6 episodes, then you got to call it like a special or something, because a season of television is at the very minimum 8 episodes, dude. Get out of here.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms, 6 episodes.
Yeah, it's pretty much a special. It wasn't a real season.
So miniseries. We go back to the miniseries as opposed to a season.
Let's go back to the miniseries because they're calling it season 5 will be the final season. You mean season 4.5? I mean,
yeah.
Well,
all I know is it's a season too long, regardless of how many episodes it is.
You know, it's funny when streaming first came out. They said, "Listen, we are constrained by no network parameters anymore. We can do whatever we want. If we want to have 2-episode seasons, we will. If we want to have 10-minute episodes, we'll do it." Well, it hasn't come to fruition.
And you losers will pay for it. So this is the season 4 trailer. Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed and hit all the buttons. Because the second we start playing this, our odds of being monetized on this video just drop to 0. So hit the buttons, guys.
And also, so just so you guys know, Strange New Worlds is coming out July 23rd. So, that's a good time for a teaser. 2.5 months early, but there's still some time before the season actually hits.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here it is. Here's the first teaser for what I see as the last season of Strange New Worlds, and the last season of Star Trek.
No, it's not Star Trek.
Last season of Star Trek, in name only Star Trek, whatever. On paper Star Trek, because after Strange New Worlds, there ain't nothing in the pipeline, bro. Nothing else is coming.
But
no Moss Trek.
Can you cheer me up, mate? Before you play it, does the Enterprise just go into that black hole and just never be seen again? Is that
no? It goes into a black hole and then it comes out the other side because they don't know how science works.
Yeah, and it's 900 years into the future.
Yeah, it's 900 years in the future, and the black hole has pronouns.
And they've all got magical wingsuits.
But listen, we don't argue with the black hole because it wins, bro.
Yeah. Okay, you know what bothers me about this opening frame? Can I tell you? As a designer, this is actually maddening. How do you have a black hole that's just off center?
Is it?
It's just off center. So the logo is center, and now the logo is just off center.
Yeah, I get you.
The logo's off center.
Yeah.
No, the logo is in the center of frame, but whoever did the graphics,
the black hole isn't.
The black hole isn't. So you're like framing the logo inside the black hole. That's a cool framing, but it's not center.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have noticed it if you hadn't pointed it out.
I could see that eating away at you quite strongly.
Oh, it does.
It's making almost like not having an apostrophe where there belongs one.
So. I don't care about apostrophes. Dude, I almost went back, hey, guys, send me that project file. I'll fix that for you, okay? I'll add a little more couple more frames to Blender, and we'll just pop it a few pixels to the left. No big deal. All right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Season 4, official trailer, teaser, whatever it's called.
And we'll break all our feelings down about this afterwards.
I have ever been prone to seek adventure and to investigate where wiser men would have left well enough alone.
Yeah, anyone else getting tired of like the Pike quoting Shakespeare and other literature?
Yeah, and
start of every episode. Anyone else getting tired of that?
Yeah, getting tired of it, and then he clears off to create a flipping, major restaurant meal inside of his quarters because it's so enormous.
Yeah, you disappear for the other 40 minutes of the episode.
Yeah, here's my problem with this. Like, it just sounds so like arrogant and pompous. Like,
yeah,
and therefore it's cringe. Well, when we first started this trip, and he would like do the quotes and all that. You're like, when it was when it felt like it was like they were making a serious show, it was fine. But the second you have like puppets and dancing Klingons, like you're not allowed to quote, Nietzsche anymore. Okay,
that's a good point, actually. Yeah, you guys got to remember the promise that was Strange New Worlds was a correction to Discovery. The reality is when you look at it, people weren't happy with most people. I'm not gonna say all people, but most Star Trek fans were just not having Discovery.
Nope.
And when Pike shows up in season 2 of Star Trek Discovery, and the world clutched its breath with Anson Mount was like this perfect Pike character, and we had Rebecca Romijn as like the perfect number 1. We were like, this is what we want. And so they spun it off. They gave it its own show because this is what fans wanted. They just couldn't help themselves, though. Like, it's like they just couldn't help themselves. They had to take it and change it. So anyways, go on. We'll talk more about it.
Yeah, it just drives me nuts. Like you're not allowed to quote Shakespeare if the previous episode had Muppets. I'm sorry.
Pick a tone. How about this? Pick a tone.
Yeah, pick a
you're
tone.
Serious or you're funny. You can't be both.
Yeah.
This doesn't work.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
Space is limitless in its beauty and in its terror. You can do everything right.
Yeah.
And sometimes...
okay. Let's talk about Kirk real quick. What are we going to do with Kirk?
Say again?
what are we going to do with Kirk?
Well, I know exactly.
It's just going to end.
Yeah, you know what
I'm
their plans were, don't
we
you?
got to go full frame for this because they introduced Kirk, and the guy has now spent more time on their ship than his own ship. I'm not sure if you noticed that. There's always a reason for him to be on the Enterprise. At first it was like, okay, I guess there's a couple crossovers with him, but now it's like every episode they're just Kirk heavy. My thing is, like, they introduced like this major important character to the lore, and now it's just going to end.
Well, that's the trouble where you've got a production team that they go on member berries and they go on good gimmicky moments for the audience. They go, hang on a minute, we don't actually have a structured idea of how we're going to take this character in a certain direction, but we're going to put him in now because we know James T. Kirk. Everyone knows James T. Kirk. We'll shove him into the series. There was that rumor that they were trying to pitch after Academy got cancelled to, what was it, the Star Trek Year One?
Yeah, Year One.
Whatever. And it's like, well, no, nobody wants that.
Well, that technically hasn't been canceled yet, though. Like,
no. I hope it never comes to fruition, though.
I don't like Paul Wesley's Kirk.
No.
I said this from the beginning, a tough character to cast. Of course, you got the original William Shatner, and then Chris Pine came in and did it in the Kelvin, and I liked the casting. There was a confidence there. There was a way he carried himself that just felt Kirk-esque, and Paul Wesley doesn't have any of that. He just doesn't.
To follow on from that, sorry, Shane. I was going to say the novels. The novels clearly they establish what Kirk's like as a younger officer going through the ranks. He's cocky, he's arrogant, and he has to be restrained at times because he goes too far. What we see with this Kirk is he's humiliated by the female officers on a regular basis.
All of them are, brother.
Exactly. The last season he was taking command of a damaged ship. And Scotty and everyone were belittling him and basically questioning every decision that he made.
Right.
That's not Kirk at all. Kirk would basically be saying, you either do what I say, you get out of here. That's Kirk. My way or the highway.
It was not that, but they went ahead but here's the thing. They went ahead and changed the canon. See, I know we're going to go through this, but Strange New Worlds had me, I was okay at season 1. I was actually okay. I can see where they're going. There were some things I didn't like. And then season 2 wrecked me because they changed the canon of Star Trek. And once they changed the canon of Star Trek and they changed the whole Khan timeline and everything that happened, I was out. And then you put the dancing Klingons after that, I was done. So I have not been a fan. I don't like what they've been doing. I do hear there's some things in season 4 that may be changing, but we can talk about that afterwards.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Things still don't work out the way we'd hoped.
Any of these missions could be a lost.
Oh, they got the dinosaurs in there, huh?
Let's boldly go.
That's the best line in the entire teaser. I'm tired of La'an.
Given by the wrong guy.
Yeah, given by the wrong person, right? Right.
La'an is annoying, mate. I agree.
So one thing is she's super attractive, and that like carried her last season for me, where I was like, all right, but it's
bestest ever.
It's just not working. The character's not working. No one is interested in Khan, the La'an Khan, whatever her name is.
Long Con. Yeah.
I don't even know what her name is.
Well, let me ask you a question.
The long con.
Let me ask you a question, guys. Based on this teaser alone, what would you say the tone of this show is?
Serious. Shakespeare, dinosaurs, right? Black holes.
Okay,
serious faces and crying and drama.
Okay, when you watch a teaser of what's that funny medical show? I just totally drew a blank on it. Scrubs. When you watch a teaser of Scrubs, what tells you what that show is? It's comedy, right? I mean, when you tease a show, now what's going to happen this season, likely, they're going to come in here and they're going to have a bunch of slapstick episodes.
Oh, no, they 100% are. It's confirmed. that there's a Muppet episode this season again. So they're gonna do another Muppet episode. Look, guys, I get it when you have like the special bottle episodes, like the special. It's the 100th episode. When you do 100 episodes or 200 episodes, you're allowed to get silly. Okay, reward yourself. Be tongue-in-cheek, break the fourth wall, have some Muppets, have some fun. But when you have a total of like 32 episodes total, okay, you're not allowed to do fun, ridiculous, makes no logical sense Muppet episodes. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, I find with this show and these producers, they're never ever creating anything that is leading the way. They're always copying something. I mean, the Muppet one is going to be it's Smile Time from Angel. That's what they're ripping off, from years ago. They never come up with anything new. And I wanted to say to you guys, do you know what was missing? Quite interestingly, the annoying Lamphonite woman who you cannot understand a word that she says. He's got a British 20th century phone box in her apartment in her quarters.
For the love of God, dude, take a lodging. Like, get a. I get it. Glass houses. I don't have a great voice either, but I can't understand a word she says, dude.
She's always sounded like that. But the point is this show is not Community. Okay, this is the problem with this show. Community was a great TV show. But what was the tone of Community, guys? Ryan?
You mean the show?
Yeah, the show. What was the tone?
I thought you were saying like Community, like a group of people.
Community, the TV
I don't
show.
know. Yeah, it was comedy.
It was comedy.
It was clever comedy.
You can take clever comedy and do a Muppet episode, a fantasy episode, a musical episode. And listen, you can't apply that to Star Trek and also have it be serious television. You had Lower Decks to go do crazy shit with. They didn't need to bring it here and make these changes. I know some people like it, but the flip in tone, I think, is one of the most annoying things.
I have no problem with it if they earn it, bro. They haven't earned it, dude. I'm sorry. Doing like 8 episode seasons, you're not allowed to do Muppet episodes yet. I'm sorry.
I don't remember TNG ever having a do whatever you want episode.
I mean,
why did you earn it? I don't understand why a show gets to earn to something to do whatever.
Well, so usually, like, okay, so because I study television, it's often when you get to a milestone, like the 100th episode, the 200th episode. These are the big milestones. And when
serious shows don't do that, though.
Even serious shows, 100%.
Really? Okay. 100%. Like what? Like Supernatural?
Like, yeah, Supernatural, General Hospital, Grey's Anatomy, like
Supernatural did a Scooby-Doo one.
Animated. Yes, very serious shows. They will reward themselves at the 100th episode and the 200th episode, the big milestone episodes, with a fun episode that is just fan service, not serving the story. It's not really moving canon forward. It's not like totally like breaking, but it's silly and fun. It's a celebration of what makes the show good because it's a milestone.
Right. It's not totally breaking. Like these are, Anthony put some really good points in here, like Tribbles, the TOS episodes, Tribbles, iMud, Piece of the Action. Those were fun episodes, but they didn't break their own tone, really.
Right.
There was you can have lightness in an episode, but the entire episode isn't light. Remember, even with Tribbles, they were still, butting heads with Klingons, right, for the first time. It's like Strange New Worlds needs I'd be okay if they did that. Go ahead, John.
I was just going to say, Mark's 47 is absolutely right. Stargate SG-1's 200 episode. Yeah,
Stargate did.
They did it. They had the puppets in there, the Thunderbird style puppets, and they were doing the Children of the Gods original. They did all of that, and it was a good, fun show. But they never drifted from outside of Stargate. They just kind of had a bit of comedy with the story, and they did it in the 100th episode.
But remember that episode didn't move the story forward whatsoever.
No,
it was literally just episode. Like, here's a thought experiment for this fun episode that marks a milestone for our show.
The trouble you've got with Star Trek under Kurtzman is, you're right, they do these sort of things and they go, oh, do you know what? This will get people hooked on it. but it takes it away from the fact that it doesn't even work in their universe. You know, I'll give you an example. When I said about Supernatural did a Scooby-Doo episode, you could actually see that works because Scooby-Doo chase ghosts, therefore they go into a cartoon. It works. Muppets and Star Trek Strange New Worlds, I'm sorry, it just doesn't work at all for me.
Yeah, you can write it in a way that you go, I need you to suspend your disbelief because of this witch spell or this drug where they're imagining it. Whatever, like you can make up like a sort of hard to buy, but I'll buy it because you've earned this sort of reason why you're seeing Muppets or ghosts or cartoons or whatever, right? But like I said, Strange New Worlds has never earned it.
Well, they 15 episodes is all it took them. On the 15th episode, they broke, right? And they decided to make a slapstick Spock episode on their 15th episode.
Yeah, number 15. So you didn't even get to a full season, bro. Right. I mean, think about this. Like realistically, they didn't even get to a full season before they were just, and here's my opinion, disrespecting the canon that came before it. They didn't even do a full season before they completely irreverently disrespected all the people and all the creators and all the decades of Star Trek that came before it. So it's not just that they didn't earn it, but they also felt so arrogant that they can stand on the shoulders of actual giants and disrespect it like this. That's what drives me nuts. And now I realize why you hate it so much, Shane. Because second you saw the Dynasty Klingons, it wasn't that they were making a joke. It was that they were disrespecting something that you've loved for 35 years, and they didn't freaking earn it.
They didn't earn it, and they didn't give a shit.
No.
Meanwhile, Supernatural is less slapstick when the characters are literal cartoons on their, like they're more respectful of their canon after 100 episodes in cartoon form.
Because they remain in character. That's what it is.
I mean, they ate the giant. They did the Scooby, the Shaggy thing where they ate a huge sandwich and all that. Yeah. They made fun of it. My thing is, you're allowed to do that. Look, so Scrubs is a comedy, right? But really, it's a dramedy. So there's comedy inside of it, but every episode has like serious moments because it's a hospital. And that's what makes the show clever. You are trying to tell a compelling story with charming characters that make you laugh or make you smile, right? That charm the crap out of you, while also understanding that they're working in a life or death hospital, which means that after the jokes and after the good feel stuff, sometimes you're going to have to break it down to the hard stuff where the patient doesn't make it, where the character has PTSD because they've lost someone on the surgery table. This is the kind of, and it's hard to do.
Dr. Cox has a breakdown in Scrubs.
Yeah, Dr.
He
goes
Cox. Away.
Right. Well, MASH was the first TV show to do that, and there's a reason why it's very hard to replicate. Scrubs has done a pretty good job with it. I would still argue it's more comedy than serious, but
this new season is more drama than comedy.
Got it. Well, Strange New Worlds, listen, when you're offering up, I think what they saw was that people really loved Lower Decks. Like they could see like the fan response to it, and I think they allowed that to kind of empty into Strange New Worlds after the first season. Yeah. And I honestly think this is what happened. And then because they even connected the two, right? They connected the two shows at some point.
They did a crossover.
Did it?
You know what?
They thought they were getting the best of both worlds.
Can we do a quick role play? Okay. You be a Paramount executive, Shane, and I'll be Alex Kurtzman. Okay.
I'll just sit here and watch you two fight it out.
No, I want you to be the one writer that actually likes Star Trek that's listening to this ridiculous exchange. Okay, John?
Yeah, fine.
You're the writer that's hiding. You're hiding inside the writing room. You're not letting him know. You're not letting him know that you're not like a blue-haired they them weirdo. Okay, you're a normal guy who likes Star Trek, and you're hiding like a sheep among wolves. Okay, so ready? I'm Alex Kurtzman. Sir, Mr. Executive. I'm getting my phone. Let's do this.
Sorry, Mission Impossible 7?
Mr. Executive, have you seen the numbers for Lower Decks? Have you seen them?
Lower Decks. I've heard of that
It's
show.
the cartoon. So it's a cartoon that... So it cost us like a fourth of the cost to make.
Okay, listen, I got an important phone call. Do whatever the fuck you want.
No. Listen. Hear me out. It costs a fourth.
Your show makes almost no money. I got Tom Cruise on the phone.
Listen. It costs a fourth of the money to make, and we're making 5 times the viewers.
Okay, great. Sounds
what do you
good.
think about turning our live action into the same format?
Whatever you want to do, man. Obviously, we don't care.
And that's exactly what happens. That's the problem. There's not a single person that stands up to ridiculous ideas. Thank you for playing that right, Shane.
Thank you.
Because had you actually had any response other than "I don't care," it would have been wrong response. Because Alex Kurtzman, he looks at the response from Lower Decks and he goes, "Oh my God, people like Lower Decks." You know why I like Lower Decks? Because nothing on Lower Decks matters.
That's true. And do you know why executives like Kurtzman? Because they can do this. See, the only thing executives really give a shit about is who is going to take responsibility.
Right.
And when you have Kurtzman running Star Trek, they don't have to care. It all falls on him. The big bosses aren't going to get mad at you because Kurtzman's the fall guy.
Right.
So, I mean, honestly, that's why it's constantly rested on him, because it doesn't really matter. And it's...
By the way, guys, I actually do like Lower Decks. I think it's great. I think it's funny.
Because it's a comedy.
I think it's entertaining. And guess what? At no point do I look at Lower Decks and think, I need to make sure I fit this into my canonical theories on Star Trek. At no point does Lower Decks ever enter my headcanon as a part of the Star Trek universe. I know technically it's supposed to, but I don't see it that way. Just like I didn't see Star Trek the Animated Series as part of the canon. I don't care. Because if it is, then what is there, a 50-foot dead Spock out there somewhere? Get out of here.
Right. No,
you can't. You're not allowed to introduce canon in an animated series. And I'll tell you why. Because you can do anything.
Yeah. Well, Lower Decks is real quick, John. Lower Decks is basically a look back at Star Trek. It's not trying to break its own ground. It's really taking everything that's happened in Star Trek and finding ways to show us a little bit of a different angle and make it fun. It's there's a word for it when you're talking about like when you're reviewing something.
Retrospective.
It's like a retrospective of Star Trek.
Yeah, right? And like if you ever watch an episode, it's like half of the content is remember this, guys.
Yes. Exactly.
Remember that. Remember this. Remember this alien. And so, like, as a Star Trek fan, you're like, I do remember that. That's interesting to me. But, like, none of it is canonical. None of it I take serious. It's just pure entertainment, and that's it.
Yeah, we didn't think the Cerritos was really out there doing its thing during all.
At no point did I even consider it. Right.
Well,
I don't even consider the Cerritos like a viable ship to be flying in space.
No. Mm-hmm. But also, you know, they bring legacy characters and races into these shows, and they completely change them. It's like the Gorn. They turn them into like xenomorph type aliens in this. They're not that at all. You know, when you watch that episode of the original series, it's established that the Federation are the intruders into their territory. They were defending their territory, and they actually get to a dialogue at that point, you know, at the end of the episode. I also will say, how the hell did I get from Next Generation, The First Duty, to this? It's like I was walking down the road and suddenly I went into a portal and suddenly I'm in the future and they're going, Star Trek tonight. Oh yeah, great, brilliant.
Yeah, no,
well,
and I get that. And we can keep beating the dead horse like, oh, Star Trek in the past was so much better. We could do that. But the problem with that is it doesn't get us anywhere.
Yeah, but that's the challenge to the writers.
So
that's the challenge to the writers.
And the real thing, if you actually want to move it forward, is voicing the concerns. Here's the problem with the Gorn, okay? Some people don't like the design. Fine. I don't care. Some people don't like the new, like, they invaded our territory, whatever. I don't care. My biggest problem with the Gorn is none of those things. Can I tell you what my biggest problem is? Ready? There's no way that a race that violent and uncivilized and savage built spaceships.
It's true.
No way. So fundamentally,
that animalistic.
Yes, fundamentally, the concept of your Gorn, of the new Gorn, doesn't work.
They're
so
aliens.
You can complain about how they look, how they sound, all that. I don't care. How they breed, I don't care. All that are details. The foundation of the species doesn't work.
Which is the key point, Brian. They changed the species entirely, and they have no idea what they're doing.
Right.
So they changed it to make it more alien-esque and scary, right? When that isn't what the Gorn were at all. Obviously, if you've ever seen the Arena episode in TOS, you see exactly what the Gorn are. So they built their foundation on sand. You know, when they did
my thought was like, oh, what if the little babies are like animalistic and sort of feral, because that makes sense. Kids are nuts, and that's how their species is. And like maybe the older they get, the more they look like the proper Gorn and are civilized. But that never happened. It's like
But why do you need them? Why do you need them to have? Why do you need other species for them to hatch out of? Your species is flawed anyway.
Again, how do you even procreate if you're not out there in the stars already?
To make it alien, right? No, listen, they shouldn't. Here's the mistake they made. They just shouldn't have called them the Gorn. They could have introduced a whole new species, not called the Gorn, but they wanted them Easter eggs, baby.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right? That was the problem.
All right. Well, here's the last little part.
Canon.
Here's the last little part of this thing. Oh, where does it go? There it is. I'm sure there's a little joke, like some kind of joke at the very end. We're going to watch it, then we're going to wrap this up.
Make sure there's heat and oxygen waiting for me.
I will do my best.
Here we go.
All right. Cool. Okay. So very quickly, because this clip is going too long. John, I'm going to start with you. What do you think, bud?
Complete crap.
Okay, cool. Shane, how'd you feel about that trailer?
Listen, I gave up on Strange New Worlds in season 2. I mean, so it's not like this is really going to do anything for me. Now, I have heard, I don't know if it's true or not, I have heard that they came in and made them do edits to the unhappiness of some of the people on the crew, some of the people who didn't like some of the changes that were being asked to be made by new ownership. This could be all a rumor or a lie. Which takes out some of the more wokey stuff, perhaps. We'll wait and see if that actually occurred. If it did, maybe it's better. But the reality is that Strange New Worlds is not going to save Star Trek, guys. If you like Strange New Worlds, good, happy for you. It's not going to save Star Trek at this point. Once Kurtzman is out, that's it. They may continue to run if they get, and Strange New Worlds has gotten better views than any of their other Star Trek shows. So there is a chance that you will see season 4.5, as Brian calls it, next year. It's possible they keep it in the lineup. I still don't think Starfleet Academy season 2 runs, but
it's going to run. Yeah, it's going to run.
This is going to be the end of Star Trek one way or the other.
Yeah, it's going to be the end. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you guys, because we've been around here for a long time, like decades. Okay, a decade now. And I've heard that so many times, Shane. We've heard that so many times. The big studio execs, they came in and said, you got to do reshoots. I got to be honest.
Rarely is it true?
Yeah, it's almost never true. And what's more comical about it is like the same people pull out the same playbook
Super secret meeting
every other show, every year, with something someone hates, something that people might still have like some kind of optimism for, but what they're seeing they don't like. It's an easy way to get clicks to be like, yeah, my source that I can't talk about said they beat the crap out of Kurtzman and spit on him and said, you got to reshoot this right now. And everyone's like, yeah, they should do that. Yeah. And everyone's like, and here's the deal. 99% sure that's not true.
Yeah, I mean, that's the internet for you, right?
I mean, to be honest,
that's YouTube
Brian,
specifically.
To be honest, though, Brian, you saying that about someone beat the crap out of Kurtzman, that did give me a bit of a tingle of happiness. I have to be honest. I wish that was true.
Listen, I know how the game is.
That's how they do it.
I know how the game is played. I just choose not to play it. All right, guys, let us know what you guys think about Strange New World Season 4 and Season 4.5 in the comment section and in the chat. And that's about it. We're going to move on and do Super Chats. All right, we did have a Super Chat from JC Chappie, and he had a really good point here. He had a good point. Let me get to it, buddy. Almost there. Yeah, there it is. They're trying to... I turned it off. They're trying to appeal to OG Trek fans because OG Trek used Shakespeare a lot. It is absolutely insulting to the same show as singing Klingorks.
Klingorks. Nice.
I agree 100%, Shabby, and thank you for the support, buddy. 100%.
I mean, that's what makes the show so, undigestible, is the fact that they're constantly trying to pull from the OG series and it doesn't work.
Yeah, and I like what you said, Shabby. It's insulting. It is.
It is.
I think the worst thing about this, like my wife, who doesn't understand this fandom, she would be like, "Why are you mad?" And I think I figured it out why I get mad at this. It's not that you're effectively killing something that I used to love, because the things I love still exist. So what you're making is not my cup of tea. I don't like it. And I'm not getting enraged by that. I'm disappointed. I'm not enraged. What makes me rage, which makes me mad, is when you insult me. Is when you insult me and you insult the things I love. Like, if you just made bad TV, fine.
Right. Go make 1 million Starfleet Academies. Don't do what you're doing on Strange New Worlds.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
That's exactly what Brian's saying. Don't take the things that we love and bastardize them. That's way worse than creating new Trek that is just
That's
terrible.
disappointing. Yeah, if it's it's disappointing. Oh, go. Right.
Can I ask, guys? Taking all the ideology that they've been pushing the last few years out to the side, have we ever had a time, with the exception of a few, that we've had such a higher number of low quality writers on shows in this era? I would argue that we've got a bad writers.
I hate to be that guy. I'm about to sound like the grifters that I criticize, but it's one
little devil.
I'm gonna say it. It's 100% DEI stuff, bro. At Paramount, very specifically, it's DEI. Yeah. They literally came out, and I'm telling you, in 2017. Remember, this is the same network that has Survivor, just so you know. So I'm very aware of Paramount's failings. They came out with a full-on mission statement, not just the Survivor people, but other shows. Like, they banded together to write a formal letter on how they're going to support diversity, inclusion, and equity, right? And they're like, from now on, and it wasn't just Survivor. Survivor's the one that affected me the most, because you literally can't do that on that show. But anyways, and they said, half of our cast members are going to be this race and this sexuality, and 75% are going to be women. And when they did that, when they started making rules on who can be in the writers' room and who can be on the crew and who can be on the cast, when they made the rules based on race, which I would argue is actually racist, okay? When they did that, they removed a healthy portion of the people that were talented. Because in order to fill out those ranks, you got to get the novices who haven't done anything. You got to get people with a tangential connection to the industry, because they haven't done anything. Oh, you were working craft services, but you're studying to be a writer? Come on over. You're black and trans, right? Well, we need you in the writer's room. You haven't written anything? You're still a sophomore in school? That's fine. Come on over.
Well, and Brian's not just telling you guys like this off the top of his head. Like, this is actually what we've been told by showrunners.
Yes.
Showrunners have said they've been required to have a certain type of diversity in their writing room. And they don't have a choice. It's either like, look, you want to be a showrunner? Well, these are the rules. So a lot of the good writers, like if I was a showrunner, I'd want to bring in the best writers. Now, I understand I'm not normal, but if I was a showrunner, I'd be like, okay, who Star Trek showrunner, right? I'm like, who knows Star Trek the best? Who's told the best Star Trek stories? Who are my smartest Star Trek people? Okay, I'm going to bring in Robert Meyer Burnett. I'm going to bring in, just name off a ton of great people writers. Half of the people in Terry Metalis' writers room.
Oh,
great.
yeah, Matt.
But
yeah.
The problem is that when you have to be bringing them in, where do you get these writers from? So this is the problem, right? And it's exactly what you said. They're doing something else in the industry and they get pulled into the writers' rooms because they're in the industry. It's not like you're going to be able to go find a bunch of diverse writers out there and suddenly be like, hey, would you like to join us in Hollywood? It's not how it works. They hire from within. It's hard to get into the system.
And that's the problem though, right, Shane?
And then you have bad writing.
And you have to hire people that are not good writers and that do not like the they don't know the content, they don't like the content.
Right.
They just happen to have the correct skin tone or sexuality, and you have to do that in order to get your next season funded, because that's the rules. Because they made corporate rules, right? If I was going to make something, I would want to work with the people that I know, that I like. Like you said, the best people to make the show. I would say the people that I work the best with, and that might be a black guy, that might be a white guy. That might be a gay chick. That might be, it doesn't matter. Their skin tone and their sexuality doesn't matter. It should be who's the best person to work with that showrunner, and let that showrunner either fail or succeed.
This is the problem with the whole diversity, equity, and inclusion nonsense, is because you can have that, fine. You can put your charter in place. You can say, right, we're doing this.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you have to have diversity and equity and inclusion in every flipping show and movie you do. You can go, right, that show is a Star Trek show. We're going to bring in the right people to do Star Trek. That show, we've commissioned it. It's a new show.
It's about strippers.
People to do
it's about strippers in Atlanta. So that will be the diverse show.
Exactly.
Let me tell you.
But we'll bring them over.
Oh, the Basketball Wives show set in Miami, Florida. Okay, there's your diverse show. You're good.
Well, the problem, John, is that there's nobody like you. There is no John in these studio systems that goes, okay, guys, let me magically show you how we're going to do all of our shows. It's just not how it works.
Yeah.
They greenlight a show, an executive, takes credit for it, and then the showrunner runs with it. And then what happens is HR comes up with the rules, which are based on, hey, listen, we want to make sure who made the biggest mistake, right? Gillette made the biggest mistake in this whole run with the DEI shit, right? It decided to make a commercial where men are the people who shave and then they attack men.
Well,
right?
yeah, it's hilarious. So, like, you actually attacked your customer base.
Your customer base. You literally attack your customer base, right? That was
crazy.
Like the highlight. And that was, think about how deaf you have to be as a company to attack your own customer base. Well, that was the moment when the lights came on, right? And all of a sudden, we've had a slow attrition down the other way. And we are getting back to more reasonable stuff. But here's the problem. All of those writers that we've hired into these writer rooms, they are now part of the system.
Yeah, now they're in the system.
Turned to other shows. It's going to take a long time.
I'll bet you $1,000 the majority of the creative team at Gillette are not men.
I would agree with you there. At least at that time. I bet now they
at least at that time, right?
Do you know as well about the whole DEI thing about in these productions is the fact that it's so biased, because if I came in politically and I was a right-leaning guy and I said, right, I want to bring my crew in that I, like you said, Brian, that I know are going to make this a first-class show.
The boys.
They would go, they would go, right, no, sorry, you can't do that. You've got to have some DEI mix in there.
Yeah.
But when you flip it, and I'll give you an example, Russell T Davies in his second era of Doctor Who brought in diverse people that had no writing chops. One of them was a poet, but they thought the same.
And didn't know
him.
it?
Yeah. But thought the same as him. Idea from
right,
an ideology
like a
view.
flamboyantly overzealot ideologue.
Yeah.
Right.
No one said to them, and Russell T Davies, well, hang on a minute. No, you need someone from the right to come into your writing team.
Yeah.
That's the bias.
Wait a minute.
It's all reverse racism, bro. That's all.
Yeah.
all
the crazy thing is, I would actually find it interesting. Like, let's say I was blessed with a genie a lamp where I can summon a genie and make a wish, right? And I was stupid enough to use one of those wishes to say, I want to be hired as a showrunner for the next Star Trek show, right? If I got in there and I had to work in that system, I would actually find it interesting to work with people that have a different viewpoint to me. But you know what wouldn't be interesting? Is if the majority of the room had a different viewpoint than me. Because guess what? Now, my views and my thoughts and my wants and my desires as showrunner, it ain't happening. Because I am outnumbered. Like 8 to 1 outnumbered. And that's what a lot of these showrunners that we've known, like they're outnumbered. They're outnumbered by people that don't like Star Trek, that don't like the source material, that aren't very talented, that have no experience, but they're very loud and they're very passionate about their social justice.
Well, you can't go against it. So here's a great example of that on Picard, right? The Picard series. Who was the lead of the Picard series? Like who was the HMFIC of Picard series?
I would assume Patrick Stewart.
Right. No, it was Michelle. It was the black girl.
Right.
So she ended up, as the series went on, became more boisterous, more loud, and actually took control of, she became the leader of it. And she would have these rallies and these powwows. Listen, she's a nice girl, nice lady. We met her.
She's very nice.
But she's ambitious with her thoughts and race and DEI and all these things.
It's funny. When we met her, I actually felt bad about how much crap we talked because she was so freaking nice.
I don't feel bad. Well, I don't judge a person.
I mean,
Raffy.
Look, yeah, Raffy. I talked a lot of trash.
Michelle Hurd.
And Michelle Hurd was so nice. She was charming and personable.
But see, just because somebody's nice doesn't mean you don't get to talk shit about them.
Yeah, what I felt bad about was I wasn't just talking crap on the character of the story. I was talking crap specifically on.
I've always been about the character. I'm sure that she's great.
But as I've said to you,
I wasn't.
Before,
so I was like, why did you get the job?
As I've said to you guys before, though, season 1 and 2 of Picard, Raffi was insufferable. I literally wanted to headbutt the wall every time she was on screen.
Right.
But in season 3, the writing was better for the character. They paired her up with Worf, and I didn't mind Raffi in season 3. It was
brilliant.
And I thought if they did Legacy and she was on that crew, I would have no problem with it because there's competent writers involved.
Right. And it almost felt like the character all of a sudden wasn't just like the obnoxious, sassy girl boss. Now she was part of a team, right?
Well, she got put in her place by a older, more appropriate character, right? So when Worf comes along and kind of, they team him up, she immediately takes a second seat to him, which is appropriate, right? She hasn't earned her chops. He's been around for, forever.
Right.
And it was right for her to learn from him. And so that felt more appropriate. Now try to flip that the other way around, right? That's what they would have done in Picard season 1 or 2.
Yeah.
She would have been in charge and Worf would have been like trying to adjust for her.
Yeah. She would have cucked him hard, dude.
Right. That's what they do in these series.
And we would all been screaming.
they would have laughed at Worf. Worf would have been curled up in a ball crying, and then she'd walk off holding hands with Seven.
Right. Yeah, exactly. This goes on with JC Chappie's super chat for $2. Screw girl boss Khan. I hate her. Because she has become an annoying.
Nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah, no matter how cute the actress is, the character has gotten so annoying. Yeah, honestly, it's so unbelievable how girl boss she is. And now I know why they gave her Khan blood, Shane.
Why? So she could be an asshole or what?
No, they gave her Khan blood so that she wouldn't be a Mary Sue, so that they can canonically explain away the fact why an 87-pound woman is throwing around a 300-pound Klingon.
You know what? I actually prefer that as opposed to her not having Khan blood and being able to do the same things. Frankly,
no. That's what I'm saying. I no, you're right. But
respect doing it that way.
The reason they did that was because we want a girl boss, and it doesn't make any sense that this 87-pound person can toss around 300-pound muscular Klingons. So we need to fix that.
She peaked in being an absolutely annoying for me in Strange New World season 3 when they do this documentary episode and she's shooting in the rifle shooting area, and she shoots and hits every target, and then she does this smug look at the camera. But she also says something like, being in Starfleet, you've got to learn when to shoot and when not to shoot. And then literally the next episode, without even thinking about it, she kills a Gorn on the planet that's been with one of the officers without even asking any questions.
Yeah, I hate
it away.
I hate it when TV shows and movies do that, where they show the character as like this perfect shot and they're so skilled with a weapon, but then you put them in a firefight like 20 minutes later, and they're missing the way a normal person would miss. Right, hold up, you just established that this person can easily get a perfect score on a moving target every time. And now we're in a real situation and they're missing like stormtroopers. I don't get it.
Yeah, you got to keep the action scene going. That's why they do that.
That's why. Because if they could do what they just did,
it'd be over too fast.
Then this fight would be over.
Right. Yeah. Ken Farouk, member for 30 months, cast member, 32 episodes used to be one season.
That's true.
You're right, Ken. We get 26 to 32 episodes. I miss those days.
Back in my day. Yeah.
Thank you for being a member for so long, Ken. You are awesome. Appreciate you, brother.
By the way, someone asked if what we thought of Scrubs. The new Scrubs revival is actually really good.
It's good. It's good. I'm enjoying
it. It's very good. It is comedy. It's drama. It's really, really good. I'm actually shocked. I expected it to be like hyper woke nonsense, and it's not.
Yeah. It put it this way, there were two coming back that I was worried about. There was Malcolm in the Middle, and there was Scrubs. I got lucky with Scrubs.
Oh my God, Malcolm
in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle went full retard, didn't they?
Oh, I never saw the first one.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
Malcolm in the Middle went like full like trans and all that. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, you're late to the table, guys. That's no longer hot anymore. Just heads up.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Scrubs comes back, and I'm so pleasantly surprised. Like they do have diverse characters, which is fine, but they're treated as real characters. Like even the characters that are
written,
even the new characters you are interested in because they're interesting. They have 3 dimensions. They're not just like some walking stereotype of whatever virtue you're trying to signal. They're a real person with real feelings and real desires, and it's actually a really good show.
That's cool. John Burns, member for 20 months. Thank you so much, John, for being a member for so long and always helping us out. Brian dropped a funny review in your F to the B messenger. I don't know what that means, but I hope you enjoy the review. I sent Doug Walker's been a reviewer since at least 2000.
You want to F my B, bro? What's that about? That's weird.
He said he sent a funny review in your F to the B messenger. So is that Facebook Messenger?
Oh, Facebook. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll check it out. Facebook.
Hey, I knew something Brian didn't know about that. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm not a Facebook person. I don't know if you guys figure that out yet.
I don't use social media.
I use Facebook, but I'm not a Facebook person.
I figured it out. I messaged him a long time ago when he first added me, and it's like weeks before he came.
Yeah, I don't use. Hey, newsflash! I don't use Facebook Messenger. I have a phone, an X. X is so much more for me.
Yeah, X. You can X message us. That might be the best.
You know why I hate Facebook Messenger too? Because they make you install a separate app. Those bastards.
Oh yeah,
they go. Oh, you want to use Facebook Messenger? Go get the Facebook Messenger app. No, you know what? How about that? How about no? How about I'm just not going to use your stupid app?
Seeing as we just brought up Facebook, do you know what my bugbear with Facebook is? Where it goes, this is a memory for you to look back on, and I open it up and it shares a memory of the day my dad died, and it's like it doesn't even distinguish between the fact that's not a memory I want to look back on.
One of the ones I want to look back on Facebook.
Yeah, my memory is like, here's a memory you can look back on, and it's like me screaming and yelling about something with politics. Or just being a fatty and eating a gigantic cheeseburger. It's all stuff that I don't want to remember.
Yeah, exactly.
JC Chappie for $10. Thank you so much, JC Chappie. I think Paramount fired an African-American writer, Star Trek, if I recall, for using the N-word while recounting when a racist moment he experienced. A female DEI writer complained and got him fired. Wow. That sounds familiar to me as well.
Yeah, I
They
gotta be
always eat
honest.
themselves, don't they?
To
They
be
always eat
honest,
their own.
Yeah, to be honest, guys, look, if we're not allowed to say the N-word, then we can't say the N-word. Regardless of what race it is. Like, that's gotta be, if we've all just agreed that the N-word can't be said, then no one can say it.
Listen, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, if anybody's going to say the N-word, I think you probably should be a black person to do it. But that's social engineering. Honestly, as freedom of speech, you should be able to say whatever you want. You're just gonna have to suffer the consequences of saying it. The point here that JC Chappie's making is that a female DEI writer complained, he got fired, and she probably,
which is like, there goes your DEI is eating itself. What's that snake that eats his tail? The I can't say.
Oh yeah. But no, that's not. But here's the thing, like, being a black guy is not really DEI.
Right.
Being a black woman is where the points go.
Yeah, black is not enough anymore. You need to be black and gay, or black and woman,
black
or
and gay, black woman. Being a black dude, I mean, listen, you're almost as screwed as us white.
Yeah, you're almost as screwed as us, bro. Because you're a straight male. Like that's your first qualifier.
Well, if I'm correct, when you look back to season 1 of Discovery, they also fired a female writer, didn't they, at the time, or producer, because she was swearing at writers, and it all kicked off, and she was ejected from the production, I think, all the way back then in, what was it, blimey, 2017. So they got form, Paramount and Star Trek.
Yeah. They got rules, guys. Anyways, that's been fun talking Star Trek. You guys ready for something else?
Yes, I am.
Let's talk about pigs.
Yeah, hold on, let me set it up here.
And if you don't get that damn Muppet of Anson Mount off my screen, I'm gonna freak out.
Calm down. Yeah. Calm down. Down.
Make
a little
doing Star Trek.
Thank you, Christopher Ouroboros. That's what it's called.
Or the whole time on the back end of the screen, he's just had a Muppet picture
you guys
of
can't see it.
Mount, like for the last hour.
You have to understand, like when we do this show, I take over one of their screens. So it's like they might have 2 screens. I get to take over one of them, which means that for the last hour, Shane's been staring at a Muppet Pike.
And me.
Yes.
And me.
And you.
And I can't say nothing. I'm just like, just hate that thing.
It's broken me. Yeah.
Okay, guys. You ready? Let's talk about Animal Farm. Animal Farm came out this week. It is a version. It's a inspired by. It's a loose interpretation of the book Animal Farm.
Is the right word.
Animal Farm by George Orwell. So there's a lot to say about this. So I saw a version that I didn't have to pay for, which was nice.
Lucky you.
So I have a different, my opinion is probably not as scathing as Shane's is. However, I'm just going to give you my quick and dirty rundown, okay? The biggest problem with this movie is that it doesn't know if it wants to be a leftist propaganda film or a kids movie.
That's it. That's perfect.
That's the biggest problem. It's like it's somewhere in between, and it never really commits to either. And it's just sort of a joke. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Snowball is in the movie. Snowball, if you guys remember, if you ever read the book Animal Farm, Snowball's in the movie for like 10 minutes, dude. Like,
yeah. Well, Snowball is obviously, I mean, the allegory for Animal Farm is, of course, the Russian Revolution post World War II, right? When, you go from, Lenin to basically the USSR. And that's what he was writing about back in 1945 when this story was written. It was basically a look at, how ridiculous it is when you have a revolution and then the revolution ends up just as bad or not worse than the thing you had before.
Yeah. The pigs are now indistinguishable from humans. Like, here's this movie, this story, in reality, can't be a kids movie because it has to end on a down note.
Well, and that's the problem. So in the original story, it ended as a dystopian, right? And obviously there's no winning in these situations is kind of what Orwell was trying to say. Mm-hmm. But when they decided they were going to make this movie, and by the way, it took a long time. This movie's been in production for a very long time, trying to get made. Finally, it got the backing it needed with Angel Studios to actually get made. And Angel Studios, as like the Sound of Freedom. By the way, there's a weird Sound of Freedom joke. Like, did they not catch it? Literally, Napoleon, the evil pig, or the pig that ends up taking over, farts and says, "That's the sound of freedom." Huh. And you're like, wait a second. Angel Studios has a movie called The Sound of Freedom. And it's like, and honestly, the line didn't make any sense.
It's like their flagship movie too.
Right. And it's like their flagship movie. So it's weird to me because Angel Studios is not like a studio owned by a person, right? It's actually it's a public company. It's owned by a lot of people. They actually have a group of people that they make group decisions on. And for some reason, when they brought this movie to them, they all said, yeah, let's make it. Now, Angel Studios had been putting character and ideology above everything with their choices. The movies they were putting out, were important to their ideology. Animal Farm says, okay, we want to make money, because this all-star cast of voices include Seth Rogen, Steve Buscemi, Glenn Close, Woody Harrelson, Jim Parsons, Andy Serkis, Kathleen Turner. I can go on and on and on. I mean, look, and when you got like this many well-known names for a movie, it's very hard to say, look, we don't want to make a whole bunch of money for our studio, our publicly traded studio that wants to make a bunch of money. So they've had to make a choice now. Are they going to go with character, or are they going to go with, trying to make the money? Now, the sad thing here is they lose both. Not only did they compromise themselves by making a movie that values, that basically changes the rhetoric from, questioning.
I mean, it completely goes against what their quote unquote core values are.
Well, yeah, and it does, because now the movie actually really puts a black mark on consumerism and which is curious, capitalism. Capitalism, yeah.
Which curiously is how we got it in the first place, because they saw a low dollar amount and they're like, oh, let's buy that movie up.
Right. So
capitalism fueled this anti-capitalist movie.
Right. So they've made a choice, right?
Delicious.
And now they're going to have to suffer the consequences. This movie is going to bomb really, really bad. I don't know how much they paid to distribute it. They kept coming out and saying, look, we didn't make this movie. We're just distributing. Yeah, you're right. But as soon as you put your stamp on it, listen, nobody knows who made the movie. All anybody sees is Angel Studios, because that's what's on the opening scene. When you open up the thing, it says right across it, Angel Studios.
Yeah, but it's also written by Andy Serkis and Seth Rogen. So
no, it's written by Nicholas Stoller. So they backed it. Those guys backed it.
Isn't this an Andy Serkis film though? He tried to make this and he couldn't sell it, right?
He directed it.
Okay.
So yeah, of course, his thumbprint, his fingerprints are all over it. But the problem is like you said, it all boils down to the first thing you said. It's impossible for this movie to be both. It can't be a leftist propaganda movie, and it can't be a kids movie. It can't. The story wasn't really meant for kids. I know you probably read it when you were in school, but it was really to make you think about things and to learn about something about history and
hang on a minute.
I mean, you can make a kids movie that ends on a dystopian note, but it won't be successful.
It's not a kids movie then, bro.
Yeah. There's no way to make a successful kids film out of this story. There isn't.
Yeah, John, go ahead.
Whoa. You're telling me that we actually used to have things where we would write stories for kids, which actually had something for them to learn as well? Get out of town. That used to happen.
What's funny is they could have. Let me tell you what the message is in this movie, okay?
Actually, Animal Farm wasn't written for kids, though.
It wasn't written for kids, but they wanted to take the name Animal Farm. They wanted to take the brand, which parents know. We've all had to read it in school, and they wanted to say, okay, we're going to make a cartoon, but we're going to update it so that kids can come watch it. They just were trying to, this is a money sink the whole way.
You guys want to know the real question here? The real question is, why was Animal Farm mandatory reading in middle school?
Well, no, I'm not going down that path.
No, but why was it? Why was it?
Well, because it was a lesson. It was a lesson on.
No, it's because
what happens.
I'll tell you exactly why. Because the board of the school districts on the coast, because if you go up in the center of the country, it wasn't mandatory reading. But on the coast it was, because they're all a bunch of leftist Marxists.
That's not why.
100%,
bro. The book is not a pro-communist book at all. What it is it's a lesson on what happens when you have a revolution, and then the people aren't intelligent enough to be able to pick the proper leader.
Right. It's anti-capitalism, anti-communism, but it's pro-socialism.
It's not the original book is not anti-capitalism. So if you go back and read the original book,
it's a scathing review of capitalism.
No, it's
everything eventually becomes capitalism because people are stupid.
No, bro. Okay, you got to go back and read the book. Okay, so the thing is that the book is about. It's
sorry. The last version of this I watched was this movie. So,
well,
I haven't read the actual book since I was 15.
It has nothing to do with any of that stuff. It's about the lessons of revolution, is what it is.
Okay.
So what they're talking about here when they bring it and they modernize it, it's the revolution of, you've got the mean lady in this thing driving a cyber truck, which it does look like a cyber truck. And if they weren't trying to do that, it sure the heck seems like they were trying to make her Elon Musk. And then they paint the bankers, as trying to get the pigs to basically consumerism and basically the way we do things in America.
And she was 100% driving a Tesla truck.
It looks just like it. And frankly speaking,
it's 100% a Cybertruck. I don't care what anyone says. That is a Cybertruck.
Yeah. The evils of American society of trying to, of consumerism to basically lead the pigs down the wrong road, put them in charge, and then basically destroy the regular animals, all the other people, and take away everything that they've built, right? So the lesson for this movie that they come out at the very end is freedom. I believe this is the direct quote. Freedom is working hard for your friends. That was like the whole lesson. And I kept thinking about it. What does that mean? Freedom is working hard for your friends. And I'm like, I don't even think that makes sense. Like, how is that freedom? Right. And so you're right. They don't know what they wanted this movie to say.
Yeah.
It's just a really, really
freedom is working for your friends.
Freedom. That's literally the final quote. The lesson you're supposed to get from this is freedom is working for your friends.
Well, in the UK, I could answer that. That is basically working for people who aren't working that have come into the country. And you're looking after them because we're all in it together. That's
I think true freedom is both loving what you do and making enough money to love what you do.
Yeah.
Like, what's that old Adam Carolla quote? If it doesn't make you money or it doesn't make you happy, then why are you doing it? So if you can somehow both make money and that action makes you happy, I think you win.
Well, not to everybody does money doesn't mean anything. Like, you can need enough to survive. But I think Anthony says it best here. The original book he says it's pro-capitalism. I would say it's a warning against communism. So I guess you could say from that perspective, you're right.
It's definitely pro-socialism, no?
This movie, Hold on. This movie is now anti-capitalist, 100%.
Oh, the movie is, yeah. So I haven't read the book since I was 15.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah.
Last time I remember, wasn't it like pro-socialism? Socialism?
No, it's not.
It's not? Oh, okay.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do
with
this
movie has ruined my memory of this book.
It talks about the people. So the idea was, and this is why you might be thinking about this, the original idea was that socialism everybody's equal. Everybody gets things fair. Now, on the basis line, that sounds great, doesn't it? Like, it sounds great. All of us are equals, right? So that was the basic idea, the original idea that was brought forth.
And that works in a totally selfless society. Socialism is perfect.
So when in Russia, after World War II, when they didn't want Lenin, or they didn't want I'm dropping all the names here, but anyways, the leadership in Russia, when they wanted to overthrow him, right? They brought in, they said, listen, we're all going to be equals. That brought in communism, which ended up being controlled by the military. So you ended up with some people are more equal than others, which was just a
You're on about Gorbachev.
Yeah, it was just a warning for people. So that's what Animal Farm was. A warning, for what communism will, or for what socialism leads to, which is communism, basically. So, everybody can't be fair. Well, I mean, let's be honest. Everybody can't be equal.
Right.
Okay? In any society, there will never be everyone is equal. It's a pipe dream. You're always going to have some people in charge. You're always going to have some people who follow. And unless the people who are in charge decide they want it to be fair for everyone, it won't be.
Yeah, I'm gonna have pigs. Yeah, I haven't read the book, by the way, since I was 15. All I know is I did watch the movie recently, and that was 100% anti-capitalist.
100%, yes, and also a kids movie because at the end there's a happy ending. Woo.
And anti-Cybertruck.
I don't know how.
All right, well that's my thoughts of it. I have nothing. Yes, some people are more equal than others. I do remember that.
And I gave the movie a D-. The only reason I didn't give it a straight up F was because I thought that a couple of the characters actually did a real good job with what they had available. Some of the voice actors were good.
Yeah, I gave it a D too because I was able to finish it. Any movie that I can finish gets even if I hate it, I will not give it an F.
So Showgirls got an F for me. I guess
I will not give it a 1. I won't give it a 1 star if I finish it. If I can't finish it, like Flowers of the Killer Moon or whatever, Killer Moon of the Flower Moon, what was the name of that movie?
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, Killers of the Flower Moon. I couldn't finish that movie. Therefore, it gets a 1.
2001. 2001. Yes. I've never finished 2001 in my life. I cannot do it.
Oh, the end's the best part, dude. You got to watch it.
Movie is crazy boring.
Kenneth Baroque says here, World War I. That's right. It was World War I. It occurred before the end of the war when Lenin took over. That's right. Stalin took over from him. He visited his tomb when you were in Moscow. That's cool. Yeah, Lenin is the guy who came up with the idea, wrote the books on communism. Didn't work out.
Well, let us know what you guys think in the comment section and in the chat. What do you guys think about Animal Farm? You going to watch it? Did you watch it? What did you think? Do you not care? Did you think this is a complete waste of our time and we shouldn't be putting this topic and clip out on the internet? All right, do you not even follow us? I don't know. Let's just talk to us. Talk to us in the comment in the chat system, please.
Of course it's worthy.
Adios, muchachos. All right. Dude, I did think it was sort of funny. I mean, we saw his part in the trailer. It's funny, like the best parts of the movie, by the way, guys, are in the trailer. Just so you know.
Yeah.
The laughter / slaughterhouse. I did think that was funny.
That was clever.
Yeah. That was funny.
I think they had like these little clever ideas, and they just went off the rails. They probably made half of it and go because the first half of the movie is kind of follows the original story, right? It actually follows it really closely.
Does. The first act, not the first half.
Okay, you're right.
Does it have Seth Rogen's annoying laugh?
Dude, it's that the major downside for me is his annoying. I hate the way he laughs.
I know.
Oh my God, I hate it.
But it's memorable and people know it.
He makes me want to hurt myself, Seth Rogen.
Dude. Seth Rogen, the way I hate when he does voice acting. When he does regular acting and that laugh comes out of his face, it's not as jarring as when it comes out of a talking pig or a hot dog or whatever. It makes no sense when it comes out of an animated thing. When it comes out of his face, like, it doesn't bother me. But when it comes out of an animated thing, I want to pull my hair out, dude.
Dude, I got to tell you, Angel Studios, I mean, even like the intro, they have put their name all over this movie in such a big way. They really make it look like they made the movie. I think this is a huge mistake for them.
Reputational hit for them more than anything, isn't it?
That's the funny part about this is the greed is why this movie was made. Capitalism is why this movie was made in the first place.
That's what makes it so ironic.
It's so ironic. The best, I don't remember who it was. I think it was maybe on Twitter. I don't know. Some reviewer said someone sent me a clip of someone saying he goes in a world where critics and audience are often divided. One
Let's look at the Rotten Tomatoes of this
one movie comes to unite the fan
Unite them
base.
all.
And it's funny because like you're thinking maybe he's talking about Michael or something, right? And he goes,
dude.
that's right. Everyone hates Animal Farm.
God, what a great intro, bro.
It was so good. I forgot who it was. It was really good though.
I can't wait. Yeah, right now that it's got a 25% from critics, and we don't have the pop comment. We don't have the pop meter yet.
I just thought it was so good. One movie comes to unite the fan base.
Oh my
In
god!
hate.
In hate.
Yeah.
That is great,
Pain.
dude. Let's break up some of this movie stuff with some UFO stuff.
All right.
Did you,
The
by chance,
aliens
have you
are
seen
here.
the video?
Alex Jones thing?
Yeah.
I've seen the Alex
I
Jones
had a
one.
very hard time getting through it. It's also insanely long, so we're going to
It
be
is
skipping
long.
a lot.
Well, it repeats itself actually. So
Yeah.
about halfway through, it does it again.
The thing about Alex Jones is I've always liked Alex Jones, but I said, look, I'm going to tell you what I said about Alex Jones, and if you watch this channel, you know I've said this. I said this 8 years ago, and I said 8 months ago, and I said 8 weeks ago, and I said 8 days ago. Alex Jones is entertaining, but only for so long.
That's true. You can only tolerate him for so
Like
long.
I can't do Alex Jones. Like, dude, the absolute gangsters that are able to sit there and watch his 3-hour streams, good on you, bro. I can't do it. I can barely watch them in clips. Okay, barely. And I think I don't dislike Alex Jones the way I dislike a lot of these other like grifters, like Candace Owens, Crazy Candace, and all that. I think Alex Jones is misinformed on some things, and look, to be fair, a lot of the conspiracy theories he's thrown out there have been right. But it's easy to be right too when like everything is a conspiracy theory. That's like the definition of just like that's almost sort of what like the scoopers do, where they throw out like every possible theory, then they delete the ones that were wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. It's a shotgun method of predicting the future. But anyways, let's watch it. Ready? Hold up.
Real quick, shout out to Adam Leader. Thank you so much, Adam. He sent
Adam
5
Leader.
BRANE Show gift memberships. Woo! So congrats to all you guys who get to come join us in the member section after this, where we are going to talk about crazy stuff.
God among men. All right.
Crazy, freaky stuff. Let's get it right.
Freaky naughty stuff.
Freaky British naughty stuff.
freaky naughty stuff. I tell you what.
We're going to break out the tea.
Speaking of which, I saw British humor is so interesting to me.
I love it.
It's either over the top, where like the misunderstanding is the humor, or it's super dry. But man, when it hits, it hits. And I recently saw like a sketch comedy video of the British guys, and they're like telling their buddy to pee in a bottle. You know, he's like, "I gotta go to the bathroom, guys. Pull over." And the guy's like, "We're not gonna pull over, man. Okay, we're in the middle of nowhere. We're not gonna pull over." And he goes, "I gotta go." He goes, "Just pee in a bottle." And he goes, "No, I can't do that." He goes, "Yeah, come on, here." And they hands him an empty bottle. Just pee in the bottle. And no, go to the bathroom in the bottle. He goes, "Go to the bathroom in the bottle." He goes, "No, I can't do that." He goes, "Just do it. It's fine. We're not pulling over." He goes, "Okay." And the joke was he never specified if it was pee or poo. And now he's sitting there trying to poo into a bottle.
It's
Like
it's funny.
a little thin bottle. It was very funny. Very, very funny.
It's funny you bring that up because I was watching earlier today something I love called Bottom, and it's Rick Mail and Aid Edmondson. If you ever get to watch it, it's slapstick humor. It's hilarious, but they have to look after a newsagent, and he's reading the Sunday paper, and he goes, "Did you know you can get AIDS from bicycling?" He's reading it in the paper.
It's a random.
He goes, "Our prime minister is a homosexual Martian." He goes, and you know what? I read that in a British paper. Best in the world.
That's crazy. I could literally sit around and watch Mr. Bean not say anything for hours. I mean, honestly,
I think Mr. Bean's funny. I know a lot of people don't like Mr. Bean. I think he's funny.
I like him. I don't know.
I will send you guys. I will send you guys a list of British comedy that you will be in hysterics.
Look, for me, when it misses, but when it hits, it hits. Like there's really very few in between British humor.
Monty Python's still number one, right, John?
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
Okay,
Fawlty Towers.
Oh yeah.
Is Monty Python the one where the guy keeps getting his limbs chopped off, but he still wants to act tough?
Yes.
That's Holy Grail.
It's really funny. Yeah.
Come on, then. I'll headbutt you.
It's really funny. Yeah. It's really, really funny. All right. All right. We are talking about UFOs, UAPs, aliens, whistleblowers, spacecraft.
Woo!
Dr. Stephen Greer, Alex Jones, the first ever evidence of a U.S. military whistleblower with an actual physical specimen. What? That's what we're talking about today. And by the way, I don't believe a word of this. I'm just going to tell you right now before we even watch it. I don't believe
you say it after.
I don't believe a word of this. But you know what? I could be wrong. Let me tell you something. When Alex Jones was screaming and yelling for, it wasn't days, months. If you don't recall this, for months he would scream that the water is running off these factories and turning frogs gay. I want you to know something. It wasn't one time he said that made the joke. It's that he kept saying it for so long that it became a literal meme. People that didn't even know Alex Jones knew that joke. And then it ended up being true. So, you know what? Let's watch this. Open your mind a little bit. And let's watch this UAP stuff.
Yes.
Here we go. Alex Jones, do not copyright claim us. That'd be really rude, dude.
He ended his show. It's all good.
Okay, cool. Cool. Oh, no, man, that's not cool. I'm sorry for that.
InfoWars is over. Did you not hear?
I mean, it was over a long time ago. It just took a long time to shut it, right?
I know.
Here we go.
Origin that landed in Colombia, Buga, the
This is
little
about
town
the
called
Buga Sphere.
Buga, Colombia. And we have, that is secured in Mexico City, and we've done tests on it. It was flying around at tremendous
There it is.
speeds.
There's the Buga Sphere.
It got too close to a power line and landed.
Go pick it
and
up.
we have since tested it, and it is 12,560 years old. The alloy.
Got to pause it there.
Interesting date.
First off, you cannot carbon date non-organic things. Just so you guys
That's
know.
apparently what they got off of it. They apparently pulled some fibers out of it that they could date. That's what they're saying.
Organic? They poured organic material?
Organic. Yeah.
So when it hit the ground, it hit like a really old tree or something, or what?
Honestly, bro, I couldn't get details on it. But
dirt? Whenever someone goes, oh, this thing is 12,000 years old, I'm like, well, but wait, hold up. You found it in the dirt, right?
Well, here's the thing. They didn't find it in the dirt. It landed, and the guy who supposedly it landed, and the guy who saw it land went and got it. So it wouldn't have. It's not like the topsoil is 12,000 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you need carbon in it to carbon date it, and it needs to be organic. You cannot. You can't carbon date something that's not organic.
They have though. I'm telling you.
I've got a lot of the Stephen Greer documentaries because I always like to keep abreast of what's going on.
I've seen them.
And what people are putting out. But I say again, I've never believed from day one Stephen Greer.
Hold on.
He's a grifter.
Hold up. Save that. Save that.
No one believes Stephen Greer, but go ahead. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
So that said, here's Stephen Greer.
Stephen Greer.
The metal of the shell of this sphere, which is about the size
I like
of
how we said that.
large
We have the same
basketball,
joke loaded up, bro.
is an alloy that doesn't even exist on Earth today in the aerospace industry.
Well, so you're about to reveal a confirmed crashed
Why are they putting water on it?
vehicle that 12,000 years probably not than a human
Looping
copy.
it up.
I mean, did they chip some of it off? How do they know if it's not like an alloy that's here? Like, you understand what a significant discovery it would be if it was an alloy that didn't exist on Earth?
They said they tested it. They shaved some of it off.
Oh, they shaved some of it off and tested it with their Kellogg microscope. Get out of here, dude.
Or maybe they're able to shoot the laser at it and figure out what the molecules are.
Any minute now, Stephen Greer is going to say, and you can own a piece of it for $500. Phone this number.
All right, so she's washing it. I feel like if something was like moving that fast and just fell out of the sky, I wouldn't want to touch it with my bare hands. Like that would be radioactive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You would definitely, but some people don't really consider that before they're like, "Oh, cool,"
Right.
Think of the people who try to grab a meteorite after it hits.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know people that do that. Oh, I'm gonna go for a walk. Stop it! Stop it!
Absolutely incredible.
And what's interesting, there is some writing around the top of this sphere that is Proto-Sanskrit, which we believe originated.
No, it's not.
From another star system.
First off, Sanskrit Proto-Sanskrit's an actual thing. So he's saying something that's a real thing. There is, like, the first version of Sanskrit is on recorded Dead Sea Scrolls. We know this language already.
Listen, if you want to criticize him, basically criticize him for what he just said. It's Proto-Sanskrit from another galaxy. How does it know from another galaxy?
Yeah. So yeah, you're right.
That's what he said next.
By the way, Proto-Sanskrit is an actual language. Like the early forms of Sanskrit is something that we are aware of. We have found it in the desert. We've seen on walls. It's a real thing.
It's on Abydos.
It's on Abydos. No, it actually is on. No. It's actually in Abydos, like the Abydos that's on Earth.
I know.
Right? That's where they found like a bunch of clay pots with Proto-Sanskrit, which, by the way, is really funny how, like, Stargate goes, we're going to use Abydos as this planet where this ancient Egyptian aliens are. And then, like, what was it, a couple decades later, they find a bunch of this ancient Proto-Sanskrit in the middle of Abydos here on Earth. I was like,
yeah.
Super convenient, guys. Super convenient.
This ball looks like. Does anyone remember? I don't know if you had it in the US, but do you remember Terrorhawks in the 1980s?
No.
And it was from the people that did Thunderbirds, and they had robots that were little silver balls like this, spheres like this. That's what it is. It looks like that. It's not alien. I bet if he opens it up right now, there'll be like an alcohol cupboard in there or something.
I just think it looks like a giant Sneetch. That's just me, though.
Sneetch? Oh, is that like the Harry Potter thing?
Harry Potter.
The golden Sneetch.
But why is she soaking? She's almost getting sexual with the way she's wiping.
It's just so weird. Like, why are you cleaning it? Why is this not in a clean room? Like, if it's what you say, why is this not in a lab somewhere? It's in some guy's garage, and his housekeeper is cleaning it with bottles of water,
bro. Okay, go ahead.
Oh god!
And it was the root of all.
Oh, look at the QR code. Someone scan it. Hold on, I'm gonna scan it. I'm gonna scan it, guys.
That would be funny if you could buy a replica Booga Ball.
I'm gonna scan it right now.
QR code.
It's funny. My phone's trying to scan it. Come on, get it, phone. Get it. It's trying. It's trying, bro. It's actually actively trying to do it. It has the little box up. Come on, phone, scan it. That didn't work.
We're doing a Windows update right now.
Let's take a look at this. So it looks like, now this is very interesting. The artwork looks like circuitry.
It looks like exactly what I would design on an alien ball.
An alien ball, right?
As a science fiction fan.
I mean, literally, look at the circuitry on this image. It looks like circuitry going to what, transistors or something?
No. It looks like a motherboard. It looks like a circuit board.
Motherboard, right?
It looks like a circuit board. Now, this is what a circuit board is. It's a piece of material with little lines of copper on it, like wiring it, and those lines are going to different places where you put your chipsets and your transistors and whatever is on your board. It looks like that. It looks like a board with the copper lines going to. But I've never seen a board that looks like that because those lines don't go anywhere. But
so here's the $1 million question: look around the box. Notice that it is faded all the way around that box.
Yeah. Right? It's a 1980s World Cup football. That's all it is.
Very warm for 12,500 years.
It looks like a motherboard with a feminine twist. I like that.
Nice.
It looks like a processor with test or contact points. Yeah. It looks like a circuit board that someone didn't finish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It looks like a circuit board where probably a rotary for circuit board. So it was being printed on a rotary thing where it goes around and around and around, bigger and bigger and bigger. And like it just stopped like halfway through and didn't finish.
Well, if it was even bigger, it would mess up the Proto-Sanskrit. Oh, man.
Right? It's like
And
it's like perfectly centered, bro, and like all designed, all fancy, like.
And I'm Stephen Greer, and at our next UFO convention, you'll be able to meet it in the desert for $2,000.
$2,000. That's right. Well, I mean,
Come touch the Boogosphere.
If you look at all of the Proto-Sanskrit things there, none of them repeats. There are no duplicate images, which is not normal for hieroglyphics.
Right. So, but when he said like Proto-Sanskrit from like galaxy, I'm like, guys, there's Proto-Sanskrit here. Like here, there's people that wrote in Sanskrit, and there's an early version of that here. Like it doesn't have to be from another galaxy, bro. It's right here. Like,
okay,
dial the ninth chevron with this thing.
Yeah. It looks like that. How many symbols are on it? 1, 2, 3.
Not enough to open a gate.
Hey, by the way, one of those symbols is directly from the movie Fifth Element. FYI, just let you know.
All right, let's keep going.
Indo-European languages from Sanskrit, but this is a type of Proto-Sanskrit. The thing is fascinating. You know, the whole press conference with all these new whistleblowers and the Boogosphere is only an hour and a half. So we're going to have to move very quickly through it. But the next day, we're going to do an event here for 4 hours. And people can see that by webinar if they can't.
And the webinar costs $127.
Let's look it up.
For priority. Yeah, look up how much the webinar costs.
Booga webinar.
Yeah, it's a 4-hour webinar. How much does it cost?
Let's see. Oh, hey, listen, if you want to join his Gaia platform, he works with the Gaia platform, it's only $50 a month.
Hey, didn't we get invited? Didn't we get invited to Gaia once?
What? Say again?
We got invited to Gaia, didn't we?
I wouldn't be surprised. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, they invited the Popcats to Gaia, if I remember correctly.
It's a channel.
It's like a YouTube clone that you pay for.
This reminds me.
Maybe it wasn't Gaia. Maybe it was another one. There's another one out there that's like a premium version. It's like a science version of YouTube that YouTubers made, and we actually got invited to the platform to be creators, and we turned it down, which maybe we should have turned it down, but.
This reminds me of, and Stephen Greer reminds me, there's a British sort of comedy detective show called Jonathan Creek, and they do a riff of X-Files in it where the reporter that he works with goes to see this found alien creature in a jar in this car park at night. So she goes there and literally it's there in a jar like this. And if you touch it, it burns your hands. And the military all show up. It's the US military on US soil, and they basically take her hostage to find out what's going on. But what actually had happened was the guy that was saying he'd found it was a scammer, and he was deliberately winding up the US military by he'd sculpted this little alien creature out of mercury. So when everyone was touching it, it was burning their hand. But what it did is it melted and went into the bottom of the case. So this is a Stephen Greer thing that he reminds me of.
So it was like cold mercury. How did he keep it?
Cold mercury. So when you touched it, it burnt your hands.
Yeah. So mercury melts at like an extremely low temperature. Also, by the way, mercury is crazy. Like pure mercury is crazy toxic. Now the mercury you get out of like thermometers and all that, that's not that toxic. In fact, because of the don't drink it. But because of the I forgot the word, hydro something effect, your skin actually never really touches it because the heat of your skin is constantly pushing it away. So when you see like people like Nylon and these other people on YouTube playing with mercury, their skin isn't really touching the mercury. It's because of that hydro effect, it's keeping away. But that's also not pure mercury. Pure mercury, like mercury nitrate, would kill you almost immediately.
As it did people in China years and years and years ago when they thought they were taking it for medicine.
It's crazy toxic.
If you want to spend an evening or a couple days with Stephen Greer, you can for the low price of $5,000. He will take you to call aliens into the sky, call them. But if that's too expensive for you, for only $9.99, you can download his app and learn the protocols that he's shown through his documentaries.
I think we need to raise money and go with some of those smart glasses that record video, and just go join one of his crazy $5,000 courses.
But here's the thing: people have,
and then post that all on YouTube.
Who's the guy on News Nation that Ross Coulthart, right? The dude is just like us. He's like fascinated. He's interested. He's an actual reporter. He went on one of these things and said, indeed, a light came over the top of them. But is that Stephen Greer pulling over a darn drone or something? Like, they make it seem, I don't know.
We've seen this. I watched this exact thing when I was 7 years old on Scooby-Doo.
Those darn kids.
Come on, guys.
It's sold out.
Is this a photo of it?
It's sold
yes,
out.
there's.
I like how Alex Jones was like, is this a photo of it? I was really hoping for a minute they're hoping Stephen would be like, oh no, this is a mock-up.
Photo of it. There's the Proto-Sanskrit around the perimeter of what looked like a circuitry.
I was about to say, yeah.
My team were the ones who took the metal samples, and out of the perimeter and the equator of this, there are some resin material that are in 31 little portals, and we tested that.
Look at all the words he's using: portals, equator, perimeter.
It's Stargate SG-1. He's just watched Stargate. That's all he's done.
The guy is really into Stargate. Like
he's going to tell us.
He's using a bunch of words that sound like fancy when really. Let me translate for you guys. Ready? He scraped some metal from the edge of the ball, and those little indents have resin in them. They're not portals. It's resin in the little holes on the ball. All right.
Well,
he's also he'll say next month he'll come out and he'll go, yeah, and I've been communicating with the aliens, and they're going to land in Hatak motherships.
You should test that resin, bro. I want to know what that resin is.
And that's where we tested it to be 12,560 years old from the time of the last end of the last ice age.
Yeah.
And I think
so. You were able to get particles from Earth that are
He
embedded.
looks like Conrad, bro.
No, these were functional parts of it because there were microscopic.
He was a physician, wasn't he?
In this resin.
Like what kind of physician? Like a
I don't know
therapist?
what specific. Yeah, that kind of medical. I know that much.
He was medical?
Go back and listen. You need to listen to this part.
Okay. They're around the
they were embedded in it and get today.
No, these were functional parts of it because there were microscopic fiber optics in this resin that are around the equator of this boogosphere. It's a very fascinating piece.
All those words, dude, are just made up.
Fiber optics. So there were fiber optics in the resin.
And that's how we've got, you wait for it, it'll come out at some point. That's how we've got fiber optics today from the sphere.
Hey, maybe the way you charge it is by plugging into the portal.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
It's a technology. Now, remember, when it first landed, it weighed about 2 pounds. Now it weighs 22 pounds. So it because when it.
And you know what? We know that for sure. We don't.
Well, he's going to explain why, which is the interesting thing. Go ahead.
It first landed, 2 kilograms, which is about 4.5 pounds. And it is something that when it first landed also was cold to the touch. A farmer nearby grabbed it. When it got disabled, it got shorted out near a power line. We have the video of it. And he grabbed it. It was just a regular guy out in the country in Colombia, South America. And it was cold to the touch and it was very light. But then over a few weeks, as it became the circuitry died, it gained its mass back. Now, people say, how is that possible? Well, these technologies that are electromagnetic field propulsion technologies result in what we call a mass cancellation effect, where the actual weight of something is reduced and it can float around and move as if it has no weight at all, like it's in an anti-gravity system, which it is.
Okay, hold up here. So basically, the moment that thing lost its anti-gravity and hit the ground, then the weight would immediately come back. So the way kind of this is bullshit, he said when they first picked it up, it was only 2 kilograms, right? Now it's 22 or whatever. Okay, why once the field's gone, would it not immediately weigh 22 again? So you can reason out some of this weirdness.
Yeah, everything he's saying is like pure conjecture, but he says it with like such an authority that I can tell that more gullible people are probably just eating this up. Portals and fiber optics and kilograms. It's all pure conjecture. And I'll tell you why, because none of it can be verified. It's all whatever this guy says is what happened.
Yeah. So basically, the microscopic, they did these microscopic scans that revealed complex fiber optic like wiring inside the object, indicating that it could transmit and receive signals. Bizarrely, it also contains a central nucleus, which they call a chip, and is surrounded by 18 microspheres and 3 layers of a metal-like material.
Yeah, how do you know that?
They said it says microscopic scans. So I don't know what they used precisely.
Yeah, I would like to know.
They claim that the object also
X-rays,
caused
LiDAR.
Yeah, they claim the object also caused strange effects on the environment. The spot where it landed experienced complete grass and soil die-off with no signs of regrowth months later. Scientists were unable to detect any radiation, but they believe that an invisible energy might have extracted all moisture from the area.
Invisible.
Which is interesting.
So let's see what Alex Jones has to say, and then we're going to move on.
At midnight, the deep state will finally base the coordinates.
Deep state coordinates.
Who were on site while events were taking place. And for example, one of them was operational at a site where they were packaging up humans and putting them on the man-made.
Okay, oh God, I can't do this anymore, Shane. I can't do this anymore.
What can't
packaging,
you do anymore?
He's talking about packaging up humans and putting them on the man base or whatever. It's just so silly. It's just so silly, bro.
I got it, I get it, but it's fine. Just play it.
As in food.
21 minutes.
Not everybody feels the exact same way you do when they're watching.
Okay. Does anyone not think it's silly? This guy is with a straight face talking about packaging up humans for man bases.
Honestly, if you watch some of his, Shane will back me on this. If you watch some of his other documentaries, from beginning to end, is just complete gobbledygook all the way through.
But listen, some people find it entertaining. Okay, so what I'm saying is regardless of whether it's true or not, whether or not he's lying or not, the whole thing is entertaining. So canceling it simply because you can't stand listening.
No, it's because we're going on 22 minutes. We're gonna let this guy finish his statement. We're gonna make fun of him a little bit, then we're gonna move on.
UFOs be used in human experimentation, and this has been confirmed by law enforcement and other witnesses.
Okay, all right. Let's unpack this statement real quick. I need to unpack it
As well as
back up.
While going to have several new whistleblowers.
Here we go.
Green Berets, Marines, other military who were on site while events were taking place. And for example, one of them was operational at a site where.
What does operational mean, Shane?
I think it works.
No. I know that. In military terms, you're referring to a person, a noun. What does operational mean?
Operational means that there's
active.
An ongoing operation occurring.
Right. Okay.
So, question for you then: if he's saying that there's whistleblowers that were active on site when they got this thing, how has it ended up? Now, how has it ended up in his custody then?
I don't know, but he's not even talking about the Boogosphere now. He's talking about something else. So listen to what he says.
Packaging up humans and putting them on the man-made UFOs to be used in human experimentation. And this has been confirmed by law enforcement and other witnesses.
Okay, so I'll just be. Who's confirmed that? Who's confirmed that aliens are packaging up humans and putting them on man-made UFOs for experimentation? He says that statement and with a straight face says, "This has been confirmed by law enforcement and other law." Yeah. Who? Name one source, bro. Steven, name one source that's confirmed this.
But if aliens wanted to package up humans for experimentation, why would they be using human UFOs? Wouldn't they just use their own?
Yeah, and isn't a human UFO just a
UFO that's been reverse engineered?
I mean, when you say human UFO, so it's just a plane you can't identify? Like, okay, all right.
Yeah, it's like a future stealth aircraft, effectively.
Right. Okay. All right, what does he have to do next? He has okay, one more. Let's do a little more.
Witnesses, as well as people in the Department of Defense. So there's a big investigation going on, although it's been rather secret, that I've been involved with regarding the criminal use of UFO technologies against innocent civilians, not just here, but around the world. So we will have a number of new whistleblowers there. We'll have a gentleman who was operational at a black site where the technologies were used to down the extraterrestrial vehicles and capture those the people that were on board. And of course, these craft's been used in reverse engineering programs, which have been confirmed also by multiple independent.
So the problem is that until and this is the big problem with Stephen Greer, it's all a lot of talk, right? So obviously he's advertising, his business, and there's no real evidence of any of these things. They talk a lot about downing crafts at site visits, but he never actually produces any of the evidence for it. And this happens over a lot of time. But it is very interesting because this is really one of the first, this Booga sphere thing is one of the first attempts to actually show alien craft, hoax or not, that is making some sort of noise across the UFO community. So that's, I think, what makes it interesting and why we wanted to share it with you guys today. Not necessarily because it's true or we believe it, but because it's kind of a fun story to follow. And even if it is bullshit, it is fun to imagine that this, what if this does happen? What if it was real, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's possible it's real. Don't know why this guy has it. The military should have it, or someone with actual authority.
Well, see, that's the fun part about the story. So the military didn't get there in time. So if you listen to the whole thing, he talks about how they managed to retrieve it from this farmer before the military could get their hands on it, and that's why they have it.
Right.
So, that's the story.
Well, so let us know what you guys think in the chat and in the comments. You guys buy this guy's story? What do you guys want? What do you want to know about it? If you were able to comment directly to Stephen Greer, okay, I want to know what you would say. Steve, can you get actual trustworthy sources to do any of these tests whatsoever? Can you get actual authority? That any kind of confirmation at all outside of your words, because he says a lot of things that just sound silly and made up. No. Let us know what you guys think in the chat. It's up to you.
He's a great grifter. He's a great grifter.
We will forward your comments to him. I don't think he'll read them, but we'll do that just for you. Okay.
Well, he will, but he'll charge us to read them to him.
You might. That's true. That's true. All right, we're moving on. Jeez. That guy's face also does not do any justice, man. It's rough. It's a rough face. Okay, what's next here, dude?
I think we got Zach Krieger's movie coming up.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Okay, Resident Evil. Let me pull it up. Oh, there it is. Who is that? Okay, hold on. I'll ask you this question in the clip. There's no trailer yet for it?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, there is.
There's a teaser.
Sweet. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me pause it. Oh, no, stop playing.
So if you guys, let me know when you're ready.
Okay. All right, here we go. We're talking about Resident Evil, which I believe is a reboot from a guy named Zach Krieger. And Shane, who is Zach Krieger?
Zach Krieger is the guy who made Weapons and also Barbarian. Taking a different look at the horror genre almost, and so this is his take on the Resident Evil franchise.
So Weapons was pretty good, right? If I remember correctly,
I liked it. Some people don't, but I liked it.
I thought it was pretty good.
Barbarian was fantastic.
I didn't watch Barbarian, but I did. I was just saying the other day, I feel like we need a new Resident Evil reboot because. So if you recall, Resident Evil started off with the game, but then in the films, Mila Jovovich and Michelle Rodriguez, and it was wildly successful. It was very successful. People liked it a lot. It didn't really match the games very much, but it was close enough, and it was glossy enough for people to get on board. And then they went on to make like 5 of those movies. Like it was
I've lost count.
It was like Apocalypse, Revelations.
Yeah.
What was that? What was the Netflix one they did?
No,
as well?
And that's what I'm getting to. So after the movies, they tried to reboot it with a Netflix Welcome to Raccoon City.
Yeah.
And it was more game, true to the game. However, it was not accepted. It was not very good. People didn't like it. So if you look at like the chronological list, like if you want to watch the lore of Resident Evil, you need to stick to the films. And there was like a mini series, I think, at one point too. But either way, they've tried to reboot this thing twice now and it hasn't worked. So this will be the third attempt at a reboot of the Resident Evil franchise. And I gotta say, if you're gonna reboot Resident Evil, the best way to do it would be on film, not on TV. Okay? And the best way to do it is to take someone like the guy who made Weapons and give him the rich lore, heavy world of Resident Evil. And here's what makes Resident Evil interesting is it's basically a zombie movie, but with sci-fi elements.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. It's corporate overture.
Right. So it's like this rich world with this dystopian corporate ideology and science fiction-esque kind of whatever. And then in the middle of like man pushing too hard, man's greed and their hubris getting out of control creates these various creatures that have to be dealt with, and they kill entire cities before the corporation can finally step in and whatever. So it's like zombie movies meets science fiction. I'm always on board. The second you take science fiction, which is my favorite genre, and you give it a subgenre. This is why I like comic movies, because most comic movies I like are basically science fiction movies wrapped in a comic book film. Resident Evil is a science fiction movie wrapped in a horror film. Wrapped in a horror, it's a horror wrapper. And so I'm 100% looking forward to this. I did like Weapons, and I do want to see this teaser, which we're going to show you right now. And
if you get a chance, watch Barbarian, because it really sets the tone where you go, this is different.
Really?
The way it's done. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. What's it about?
Imagine if you went and got an Airbnb at a place you weren't very familiar with, and it didn't turn out to be the kind of place you want to get an Airbnb at.
Oh. Okay. So it's like Hostel.
Go deeper than that. So go scarier. Go more frightening.
More frightening. I get it. Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Here is you said a teaser, but it's like a full 2 minutes. It looks more like a trailer to me. But it's a teaser trailer.
It might be a trailer. You know me. I think they're all too long. So.
Yeah. Teaser trailer for a Resident Evil, what I assume is the reboot. Here we go.
Hello? I had a little bit of a problem on the road. I was wondering if I could use your phone. Hello?
Is it right away? If I like opened the door of a house like that, I'd be freaked out.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we're sorry.
Hey babe, look, I'm really sorry that we got disconnected earlier, but some things have happened. I'm in like a seriously fucked up situation right now. And it looks like there's a chance that we might not get to talk to each other again.
Oh, look at that. That's game. That's very game. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's great. Oh, hell no. Hell. Run! Run, white boy, run! Oh my God, that is nuts.
I love you.
This actually reminds me of the game a lot.
Yeah.
Dude, that moment in the sewers with the, I forgot what they're called, but the big fat guy, fat zombie.
I actually thought that.
The dial tone trick is very clever.
Yeah, so here's what's interesting about it, and John, I'll let you go right now. Here's what's interesting about it. So when Zach came in to do it, he revealed it was going to be an original story set in the Resident Evil universe. Okay, and he didn't want to feature any characters from the game, saying, you know, they've already told Leon's story because Leon's story is told in the games and in the other movies. People have already seen that. He says it's also not going to also be like Barbarian or Weapons. Instead, he's comparing this film to Evil Dead 2, which is arguably the best Evil Dead.
Evil Dead, right?
So he wanted to write. He really wanted to write it as a love letter to the games. And
dude, the multiple arms and legs coming out of the door. I haven't seen that before. That's really frightening.
He's really good at the type of directing he does and the way he uses his camera angles. He's really good at scaring you with things that don't seem that out of the ordinary. And he's really good at that. And I can't wait to see how he's going to, kind of reboot the franchise with this.
So is he in Raccoon? Oh, you wouldn't know. I'm wondering if he's in Raccoon City.
He must be. I'm sure.
Yeah, I think
it
he
has
is.
to be Raccoon City.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where it starts.
And I did notice that the helicopter, it looked like a sideway, like on the side of it. It looked, and this is complete conjecture, but like from my perspective, if I zoomed in, it looks like I'm seeing the tips of the umbrella logo, which is cool.
Yeah. I think you're right. I did at one point. I did think when you get the fat blob in the dark, I did think it was the Duke from Dune. At one point,
Stellan Skarsgård.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Well, he's relocated.
Yeah,
he did have the clown from It is in Barbarian. The guy who plays the clown from It, which is also a Skarsgård. He plays one of the main characters in the Barbarian movie.
I'm very interested in this movie, 100%.
Yeah, it looks good.
Because you know it's going to have sci-fi bones, even if they don't really give us anything science fiction. Like, the world exists because of a sci-fi premise, which is super cool. A lot of people hated that movie, Army of Dead.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually liked it because I felt like, what's his name? Zack Snyder leaned into the science fiction element of that zombie story. And he made like the main zombie, the alpha zombie, the one that started the zombie race or whatever,
right.
Zombie. It came from someone who had a creature that had broken out of an Area 51 convoy. And then at the very, very end, it had blue blood, which is very alien, right?
Yeah.
Well, then also, the guy who got bit, the black guy who got bit in that movie, Zack Snyder really put a lot in here that people didn't see. He gets bit in the movie, and he has the same haircut as the guy that's in that convoy, and he's walking at the end of the movie towards Area 51, and he had secretly gotten bit. And I remember watching that and being like, wait a minute, so is he bit? Is this like a sequel? And then you go watch it again and you realize that there's a group of 4 that go in there and get this job done. And they keep running into groups of 4 people that are dead that have the same clothes and same weapons. And you're like, wait a minute. Yeah, this is a time loop movie.
Time movie. Well, the best part of this movie, honestly, is the beginning and the end. It's everything in the middle that I got a problem with. So, it just, I know that you kind of like that movie, but it is so spazzy, weird, convoluted.
No, you're right. The middle,
couldn't tie it in to make it a cohesive story.
No, you're right. The middle is an absolute mess. It is. But the beginning is so interesting, and the end really is so interesting. Yeah. And like it's almost like you have this awesome time loop, sci-fi, zombie premise, and you fumble it because you also want to have an action movie. When maybe you should have just stuck to your horror zombie sci-fi time loop movie.
Exactly, bro.
Because you're trying to fit all this action in there, and then it gets all muddy. And I watched it 3 times over two or 3 years, right? And I didn't figure out the time loop thing until the last viewing.
Isn't that funny?
I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I never noticed before because they don't spend enough time on the fact that they're kicking bodies out of the safe that look exactly like them.
Sometimes you can be too smart for your own good when you're doing something.
Right.
You can almost make it too tricky when you're trying to be too smart.
Yeah, it was driving me nuts. That movie, that's exactly what it is. They tried to push action into it, and they should have just focused on being clever, you know?
Yeah.
But this movie looks very interesting, and I'm here for it, dude. September 18th, 2026, this year.
Woo.
Another good movie, though. What looks to be a very anticipated film this year. We're about to hit blockbuster season, man. Where every week is another movie to watch. Every week.
It's coming. We got a list of ones we're going to do. Maybe we'll talk about it now.
Oh, yeah. Listen, if you're watching this on replay or on live right now, listen, it's coming up where we're going to be reviewing like 3 movies a week.
Everything.
Like, we're going to be broke trying to give you guys these reviews, okay?
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think about the Resident Evil reboot in the chat and in the comment section, and moving on. Okay, we do have to go to the members section here, guys, if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rock and roll.
We covered everything that I wanted to cover. I would like to do a little Michael Jackson update, but we can do that in the member section. If
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Jamon.
That's my favorite Michael Jackson word of all of them. Jamon is like my favorite Michael Jackson thing he does.
I've told you, mate, I've been listening to the albums constantly all week, and it's taken me back to a happy place, but I'm in the zone with it at the moment. I really am.
Roll Tide. So we're gonna be talking about Michael, and so in the member section where we're getting freaky naughty. Say it.
Freaky British naughty.
Freaky British naughty. We're talking about Green Lantern. We're talking about the Michael update, and we have a very, very, very funny advertisement that I want to share with you guys. I saved it for the member section because I didn't think it would be publicly appropriate.
Can I say something, mate?
Yeah.
You have a lot of YouTube channels that, they might have members section, but they don't really have much in there.
No.
Brian has just said, we've got lots of stuff to talk about in the members section.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting stuff. So get yourself in here because you get more.
Yeah, guys, we go out of our way. When we plan the show, we plan 2 shows.
Basically.
Yeah.
We don't plan 1 show. We plan 2 shows, and we go, what topics would be best for the Freaky Naughty member section?
Yeah. One's pants off, one's pants on.
Right. So before we go over there too, FYI, John's channel, Sci-Fi Chronicles 79, who I believe, I think John might make a cameo in the podcast video tomorrow. I'm just saying.
Ooh, I better be closed.
We're doing a Stargate watch along tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. PST.
Not this week. We're doing it the week after.
Oh, sorry.
Because we've got
that's right.
Jeff's away.
Sons and Shadows. Okay. That's actually good because it looks like I'm going to be releasing our video early tomorrow morning. And then, ready? You know what I'm going to do after I do that? I'm going to sleep the rest of the day.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
I'm probably going to have sex with my wife and then sleep for like 12 hours straight.
Is this like a ritual?
If she allows me, okay? I'm a feminist. If she allows me.
I was going to say, yeah, is that a 2-way
If she lets me smush, I'm going to smush, then sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not this week, that's next week. Either way, go check out John's channel, okay? Sci-Fi Chronicles 79. Normally, we do a watch-along on Sundays at 12:30.
Yep. Great stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Video on the way as well about another Stargate thing that I've recorded today as well.
I did finish the big documentary this morning. And I had to go to work, and after work, I had to come right back here. But that is done. It's rendered. It's on my desktop, okay? As we speak. Although I think I forgot to put the ending advertisement tag in there, Shane.
Oh.
I actually, as I was saying this, I was like, did I remember that? I'll check.
I actually don't. I didn't see it in the back end, so you must be doing it on.
No, I couldn't. I can't upload it while we're streaming, and I can't. I'm not going to upload it until I'm able to watch it.
You just did the off of the editor.
Yeah, I rendered it. It's on my desktop. I got home like 8 minutes before this show started.
Yeah,
and I haven't had a chance to watch the hour and 15 minutes yet. But it's 100% done, which means that it's going up. It's going up to the high places tomorrow morning early. I hope you can all watch it, okay? And comment and like it and caress it.
Share it.
And share it. And lube it up. Really lube it up. I'm sorry, what? Lube it up.
How do you do that and caress it? I want to know. You know, it's just like Lawnmower Man, where I have to go inside to caress.
Yeah, you gotta caress it. Yeah, you gotta get you gotta get inside of it.
Talk about movies that are totally not how the story was written.
I got a real wet mouth. All right. Listen, Shane and I put a ton of effort into this. This is the first of a series, and we put a ridiculous amount of effort into it. I edited my absolute rear off on this one. I scored everything custom. It's a beautiful documentary, and I think it's probably our best to date, hands down.
Yeah. So if you guys can, if you're make sure you're also a subscribe to the Popcast channel, our documentary channel, and that'll be released tomorrow morning. And if you guys can watch it, leave a comment and a thumbs up, and maybe even share it. We would really appreciate it.
Yeah, like I said, caress it. Caress it.
I wasn't going to be sexual about it, but yes.
Shane,
there's two different types of documentary.
Guys, for the last month and a half or so, about 6 to 8 weeks, I've been listening to Shane's voice for about 10, 12 hours a day. And Shane can say he wasn't going to get sexual with it, but let me tell you something. Shane can't control how sexual his voice is. Okay, the way he says Kurt Russell is like it's like he's trying to make people horny.
Yeah, so I'll hear that
in my head.
I'll hear that and I go, the devil. I'm gonna go and have a cold shower.
And Kurt Russell. Ooh, God. I gotta watch Kurt Russell movies now. All right.
You've never so badly wanted to have sex with Kurt Russell before now.
Yeah. He's so hot.
Kurt, if you're watching, that's a high praise, my friend.
It's funny, in the doc where we were talking about one of Kurt Russell's first roles he does with Elvis.
Yeah.
And I went over to Dad's house the other day to pick up my kids, and they were watching that movie, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I was like, hey, you know who that is? Hey, that little 8-year-old, that's Kurt Russell. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Look, it's Kurt. Pause it. It's Kurt Russell.
It was. You're right. The scene where the World's Fair.
Yeah, he kicks him in the shin.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, well, we're gonna be getting out here. I guess I put way too much time on this timer. It's like 3 minutes.
Tell you what. Speaking of Kurt Russell, I'm about to pick up Soldier, that's being released on 4K. Have you seen that one? I love that movie. It didn't do well, but I love it. It's a great movie, good action movie. Check it out.
You know what I watched? I watched a lot of Kurt Russell and Spader films the last few months. I watched a lot of films I haven't seen or at least haven't seen in a long time. And I gotta say, man, Big Trouble in Little China is a hell of a good movie.
It is.
It's in my top 5, guys. It's in my top 5 all time.
If you haven't seen, when you look at it now, you're like, oh, it looks dated. I'm not gonna watch it. I gotta say, that's a killer freaking movie, dude.
Dude, watch both of the Escape movies. Watch Escape from New York and Escape from Los Angeles.
They're actually both. I thought when I was younger, I always thought they were cheesy. I mean, yeah, it's cheesy, but in a really fun way.
Right.
And while you're at it, just watch Tango and Cash as well. I love Tango and Cash. Yeah.
I was tripping out. You know the woman that's in Big Trouble? Mm-hmm. She also is in Sex and the City.
Kim Cattrall, yeah.
She's
and
so
Star Trek.
And Star Trek. She's so beautiful in Big Trouble, and I thoroughly dislike her in Sex and the City. It's crazy. It's like they're like different people to me.
You shouldn't like that show, anyways.
Well, I only watched it because my wife was watching it.
And she can like it. You just get the sex afterwards, bro.
And that character was so dislikable. So it goes to show you, like, at least half my brain is attracted to the personality of a person versus the looks, because she's so beautiful in Big Trouble, and she's horrible in Sex and the City.
I think also, when just quickly mentioning before we go, Big Trouble in Little China, there's so many funny scenes that I adore in that movie, but it's just, I love the elevator scene where they're going down and it's like he's giving them the potion. They're like, do you know what? I feel kind of good. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's so good.
It's great. It's a great movie.
There's so many great moments in that
great
film.
movie. If you haven't seen that movie, go watch it. Go watch it. It's good.
Pork Chop Express, everyone.
Yeah. Also, if you haven't seen James Spader as Robert California, you're missing out.
Oh God, the best. If you skip The Office seasons after Steve Carell leaves, plug into the last 2.5 seasons.
It's so good. He's so good.
I need to watch The American Office.
He actually he makes the show different, but in a way that, like, yeah, it's different, but it's as good. When before him, it wasn't as good as when Steve Carell left.
There was when Will Ferrell was there. Oh, it was scary. We have less than a minute left. So
all right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Support us by going to mixseeds.com, buying something, become a member. Thank you, by the way. Looks like Laura Todd became a member again. Appreciate the dude. We are going to the members section. You guys have 30 seconds, 15 seconds each to say goodbye. Go, John.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. But get yourself in the members section, because there's more great stuff to come. Thank you all. See you soon.
Yes, for the low price of half of a cup of coffee, because the Starbucks CEO came out and said what a cup of coffee costs $9. We'll talk about that too. Come see us. We appreciate you. If not, we'll see you next week. We love you guys.
Come get freaking naughty with us.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my gosh, I might have timed that perfectly.
Yeah.